One of the biggest challenges we've heard from the service providers is, hey, I love Ethernet technology, 100 gigabit Ethernet technology, but it's just not quite hitting the price points that I need right now. And so the equipment vendors and the component suppliers have really gotten that message, and you're starting to see some development of what they call a second generation of components, which I think will help address that issue on the cost front.
So Reliance Globalcom supplies both carriers and enterprises with high bandwidth, and so where the rest of the carriers see a lot of growth, we see that too, because the global carriers carry that bandwidth on our network. So the driver for us for 100G is just that global explosive growth on data transport and data traffic.
Well, a lot of what's driving our 100G demand is just basically the growth of our internet traffic. We are have one of the biggest internet networks in the world, and a lot of what is on that network that's also driving the growth is video over the internet. We have a big content distribution network that is distributed around the world, and there's so many volumes coming from content from websites, that's photos and videos that are out there now, that it's just driving enormous growth on that IP backbone that we have. So we actually have some segments on our IP network that are running in the dozens of 10 gigs right now, and without a 100 gig technology to roll to, then we've got that big management issue that we got to deal with a lot of different 10 gig links until 100 gig is available.
For Ethernet, we are finding that the 100G products are coming on stream in about the same time frame as 40G products, so we are going straight to 100G on Ethernet.
Honestly, we have not deployed a lot of 40G on our network. We'll sell 40 gigs on our network, and we've developed services that can support it in case our customers want to buy from it. But we've basically found 40 gig to be not really worth it, the effort for us to try to use it as a main element in our backbone between our routers. So we're really looking forward to 100 gig getting to the point where it's cost effective.
One comment, and this is common to both the transport and the router arenas and across all vendors. They all use CFPs, and in general the LR4 version of the CFPs. They're too darned expensive. There's too much variation between the systems integrators and what they expect us to pay them for those LR4s. And so all of us need to solve this problem. And in some sense, it's really holding back the deployment on 100G.
We don't see a problem at all with the technology itself, with 100 gig protocols or the interfaces. We're experimenting with that. We've actually got 3 100 gig nationwide networks that we're deploying around the country now. So that's not really it. It's the main driver for us isn't that ability to be comfortable with the technology. It's just about getting those interfaces to the cost points that it starts to make sense to make that a key part of our underlying infrastructure as a company, and make that our ongoing technology choice going forward.
The 100 gigabit Ethernet ecosystem has developed quite significantly over the past 18 months since the IEEE ratified the 100 gigabit Ethernet standard. We now have multiple vendors shipping the 4x25 optical modules that are standardized. We also have pre-standard versions of the 10x10 optical modules that have been shipping as well. And those, many individuals believe those 10x10 offer a lower cost option compared to the current standard. One of the things that came out of the Ethernet Expo this year was more discussion about potential for 100 gigabit Ethernet services. Now, those, most of the discussion about 100 gigabit Ethernet technology is more related to the actual infrastructure and not on the services side. But we are seeing some interest in having 100 gigabit Ethernet uni services that could be used for wholesale, on the wholesale side initially, and then eventually on the retail side for certain customers like the financial industry.